Hello, this is Martin. Welcome to seekedge, the channel for learning about trading and investing. Welcome to the pre-market analysis show for June 29, Tuesday 2021. As usual, let's dive into the charts and see what happened today and plan for what we can do tomorrow to trade. So, the charts, what do they say? Nifty, this is Nifty charts for the daily. What you see here is really not good. We have a bearish candle with open is equal to high. The open and the high remains the same. That means market did a bull trap. It trapped the users who went long, and then once it opened, it has never gone up. So that's very bearish sign. The very bearish candle open is equal to high, right? It's not it is assumed that there was heavy buying by the institutions consistently from morning till the end of the day. So that's what it indicates. Open is equal to high, right? Now what about Bank Nifty? Again another bearish, but that also did a bull trap. It trapped the people who are on long side, and then it could not sustain that levels and then came down, and you can see that it has got equal pressure from the bulls and the bears. It's a small body candle. It looks like a spinning top, right? But it's not on a trending move, it's on a sideways move, so it's not very dangerous, but still it's bearish enough. So Nifty, as you can see, Nifty is a long bearish. No, you already saw that it's not a good candle. Let's see what happened during the day. Let's get into the lower time frame charts and see this action. So this is what is happening. It trapped the users as soon as the market opened, right? So whoever jumped into the pre-market or just immediate to the market was open got trapped, right? Immediately the market fall down, and then it was trendingly bearish. It was falling down in a trended manner. Heavy selling, right? So that's the action on Nifty. And Bank Nifty, what do you see there? In 15 minutes, it did the same. It trapped the users who went long at 4. Then it was on a trending move. It was trying to stay afloat in the same, but it was more a flat move, right? So this tomorrow when it opens, it can be, it can be a breakout on either side, since it's a skews. It's a box pattern kind of, right? So yeah, so what else do we see on the daily? If you just on the Bollinger Bands, we can see that Nifty Bank is already in a consolidation. If you see the Bollinger Bands, you can see that it goes straight like this, not like this. It just goes like this, the Bollinger the Bands. That is clear indication that market is there for consolidation for some period of time. Look at Nifty. It is not that much, but it is contracting. The volatility is contracting on the Bollinger Bands. It's slowly coming just like a Bank Nifty, right? So that's going to be a long consolidation before it decides where to go up or down, right? So that is something that we can observe on the Bollinger Bands, right? Price action we have seen, pattern candlestick open high we have seen on Nifty. Support resistance remains more or less the same, except that the all-time high has changed. It hit an all-time high Nifty today, once again at 915, few points away from the previous one. So this zone is continuing to be the major resistance zone, right? That is the 15900 to 770 kind of levels is a major resistance. Once that is broken, then you may hit the 16k, and the support level continues to be. So there is one support of moving average here at this point at 15700. This is 15 second one, that is 15600. This is 700, 600. Then you have 15500. Then you have the 400, 300 zones. So these are the support levels. Resistance, all-time high is broken, means it can move up to 16k. Bank Nifty, similarly, Bank Nifty, if you see, you can see that it's at a major resistance. This is resisting exactly where we had drawn the other day on 35 600 to 35 800. That is a zone where it is going there and hitting multiple times, 1 and 2 and 3, right, and 4 and 5, right. So how many times it's hitting that place, same place, right? You see that it's a major resistance. So anything in Bank Nifty positive has to happen, means this has to be kicked out, this resistance has to go off. 36, not that, this one, no, which is 35 800 has to be cleared before it can go anywhere, right? That is where it is getting hit several times, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So that's the resistance. Below you have the support at the 34 800 and 34 600, that kind of the band that is drawn here. So that is a support, right? This major resistance, second resistance, then all-time high resistance, right? Three resistance solid, and support 1, support 2, second one is, right, we already discussed that. Now momentum in Nifty, let me just undo all those markings before it can be clear. Okay, so I'm getting Nifty. If you look at the momentum, you can see that this was what we discussed the other day. We said there are multiple, on the weekend analysis we said this is one PRD and this is another PRD. So this and this, actually this worked, this has still not met the target. If that works, it will reach here, right? This is the momentum divergence on the RSI, right? So it went there, met the target of the second PRD that we discussed, first one still in action, and then dipped today. So it's, the thing is, it has not gone to the sideways zone, it is still in the bullish zone. So Nifty momentum is intact. Bank Nifty momentum is resisting at this area where it has to enter the bullish zone. So it is still resisting there, right? Now what do we have on trend? The trend of Nifty is yet to cross over. So this crosses over and this crossover happens, means we are in bullish zones back. Bank Nifty moved other day because gigantic move, right? Last week it did a very good bullish move and then it is already in there. The trend is good for, continues to be good for Bank Nifty. Nifty still has to rise up to improve on the trend. That's all about the charts and the technical analysis. Let's move and look at what is the open interest saying. Open interest for Nifty for July 1st expiry is saying that there is heavy call writing happening at 16,000 C call options, right? 16,000, then 5,900. These two are the major resistance that's going to be. 18 seems to be conquered, but there is support and resistance fight that is happening there. So after the 800, 15,800, support will be 15,500, which is also a fib support zone that we had seen in the charts. So 15,500, 15,800 on the downside, and 5,900 and 16,000 on the upside. PCR put call ratio 0.72 is not at all bullish. Bank Nifty PCR is almost the same, but it's slightly better than the Nifty, but it's still not bullish enough. Heavy resistance at 35,500, 35,000 was conquered the other day when the bullish move happened in Bank Nifty. That seems to be the major put writing area support zone. So market may be hovering around 35,000 and 35,500 within the next week. Looks like. Now volatility, what happened to volatility? Let's look at India VIX and see. We see that the volatility didn't do much today, right? If you see, you can see it's it is indecisive and looks like it's further. It's a small candle. It's like it's further dipping, right, and closing at the very lowest levels of 13.4. That was more or less the same, but it looks like it can go up because of the candle pattern of the wicks. I don't know how effective it may be, but since candles plot the price, this looks like a harami, and then it can move up if candle works on wicks charts also, right? But yeah, so that's volatility is still dipping further from, it was 2 weeks back, it was 15, then 14, 13, 13.5. So it's dipping like it used to be before the COVID crisis, right? So yes, so yeah, so implied volatility, let's look at that and see. Yeah, so the implied volatility is 13.25 and the historical volatility is 7.3. So implied volatility is high, so it is fine to do some amount of option selling, but the problem is volatility implied IV percentile is 0.4. No, it's absolutely nothing is there, so it is never a seller's. Option selling is very difficult at this IV levels, at this IV percentiles, for stocks especially, and indexes also the same. So let's look at the foreign institution participation that happened. That is going to be interesting. Look at this. What happened? Yes, another day of heavy selling by 1650 crores selling by FIA. The last 3 days it was continuously. This is a 3000 crore, this is another 4000, 5000, 6000 crores of selling, right? Last 3 days continuously after only just one day of buying of 3000. So it's selling off. But look at DIIs, it has been continuously buying since the last 8 days. Today also it compensated and bought 1000 to 300 crores, right? So that is something. Look at the monthly words. Where are we? Still we are positive because DIIs helped us stay, right, with a positive green of 5000 crores of buying net if you see, right? So the fact that FIS are selling is not good. At the same time, DIIs are continuously buying for some reason, right, which is positive. Sectors, let's look at what sectors saying. So if you look at, you can see green in financial services, FMCG, automobile, pharma and metals. Only IT was the major tracker. Let's look at the charts and see what was happening, right? So NBFCs must have been performing today. So IT, what happened today? IT was bullish, but today IT is seen as, yes, IT is giving a open is equal to high bearish, very bearish candle after a doji. So it looks like it's consolidating or correcting a bit. So we'll have to wait for that correction to complete before we can get to the issues. Metals were doing okay today. This looks like it's a green bar but a spinning top. Metal is in sideways, it still has not conquered. So until this climbs to this area, right, until it climbs from here to this area, there is no scope for metals. Farmers bullish, and it seems to be, no, this is FMCG, not pharma. So I said the other day that there is a divergence here. Price is moving up and one day is coming down. So since pricing moving from this way, this is positive reversal, it's bullish, right? So we mentioned that in the weekend analysis that it is bullish, but it did bounce from the support zone, right? But still it ended up as an indecisive candidate. But if it, coming days, I would look forward this to perform and hit this level at least. Automobile, the results are coming next week, so and it has climbed to the bullish zones. automobile has managed to climb into the bullish zones in the momentum, from the momentum perspective. Trend is crossed over, that is also good, right? And this may be a resistance zone, but if that is crossed, right, we can look forward to the invest or trade in such stocks in the automobile, especially Maruti and stocks like that, leading stocks in that sector. Pharma continues to be in the resistance zone. It is resisting it. It is trying to get, the moment it gets like metal, the moment it gets into it, we can start trading. But today, if you see, it is heading towards that. It is trying to climb up. But as of now, this is a short consolidation, flat consolidation is what is happening, right? So we'll have to wait for the trending moves to begin, right? So that's a wrap up of the sectors. Now USD INR, if you see, today was flat. It is continuing to be resisting in the zone of 74.34 levels, right? It's resisting. It is not able to cross over this since last 1 2 3 4 5 6 5 6 7 8 days. Is nothing is happening there, right? What is happening in the US dollar index is also behaving the same. So dollar has strengthened, but it is resisting. It is consolidating. US dollar is consolidating, and currency pair also is not consolidating and not able to further move. Gold is also consolidating, but it is at a support zone, so it can move up. Every possibility is there. After some period of time it will move up, right? So that is what. Now global markets, as of now, the time of recording of this, SGX is up, green slightly, Nasdaq is up 120, US Dow Jones is down, so that is okay since Nasdaq is performing. S&P normally, Dow Jones normally goes down. S&P is also flat. So US market no major bearishness, but Nasdaq is performing, right? So that's a wrap up of what the market was doing and what we can hope it to do, right? So there is some amount of bearishness from the candle patterns, that be careful, right? But as long as our support levels of 15,700, 15,600, 15,500, if these three supports are not broken, we don't have to worry. It is just, it will, for the positional players, there's nothing to worry. Intraday players would have to look at the price action absolutely, and then depending on if the all-time high or the previous day's high low is broken, you'll have to trade. Positionally, as of now, no problem. Bank Nifty is trending and bullish. It has a long way to catch up with the Nifty, so it would come out of this consolidation. We never know how long the consolidation may be, but it would need to come out of this resistance zone currently where it is. We'll have to wait till then, right? So non-directional strategies, right? Even non-directional calendars, double calendar spread kind of non-directional strategies also can work, right? Because the consolidation is what is happening in the indices. So Nifty and the Bank Nifty indices, these kind of strategies can be applied. That's the actionable that I would say, right? That's all I have as part of the pre-market analysis. As usual, I'm requesting you once again to please subscribe and hit the like button if you like the videos, and share it to your friends and colleagues so that we get enough subscriptions and to get motivated to make more content, more valuable content, right? So thanks for watching. Happy trading, happy learning, happy investing. Bye.